Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everyone. This is KrisAnimate once again, and welcome to another episode of KrisAnimate Rants Plus. This time, I will be ranting on sensitive personal data-based age verification measures and regimes. I don't really like to get anywhere close to political here on KrisAnimate, but the scale at which this thing has been going on has become far too disturbing for me to ignore. More and more platforms and governments are demanding online age checks involving the submission of sensitive personally identifying information, such as ID or facial biometrics. What on earth are they thinking? I see this as a massive blow to privacy and threat to expression. I mean, I get it. I get the rhetoric about keeping the youth safe on the internet. And one of the ways platforms and governments are going about it is verifying user ages. But reliably verifying a user's age would often involve verifying their identity using highly sensitive information such as biometric data or government-issued identity documents. There are supposedly privacy-preserving approaches, such as zero-knowledge proofs, or double-blind or on-device attestation. But even those approaches still rely on sensitive data being, or having already been, collected somewhere. All they do is change how, and how much of, the data is sent. Facial biometric checks are sometimes being touted as a less invasive method of age assurance, but I see these as still problematic nonetheless. Unlike passwords or even ID, biometric data, including facial biometrics, cannot be easily changed or reset, making them extremely dangerous targets for breaches. And not to mention, facial age estimation had been known to be highly inaccurate and prone to false positives and negatives, with rather wide margins of error. Some adults are being detected as teens or even underage children, restricting their access to features or entire platforms. They often end up having to submit full ID to appeal. Conversely, younger teens and underage children are sometimes being detected as older teens or adults, granting them access to less appropriate features or content. On the other hand, I view ID submission as a direct attack to anonymity, pseudonymity, privacy, and expression. I understand collecting it for actual highly explicit content, or high-risk services such as banking and financial services. But to apply it to more ordinary parts of the internet, such as social media or even downloading literally any app, is another thing entirely. On another related note, I am not in favor of a blanket raise in the minimum age floor for social media use, like Australia just did. It risks creating more problems than it solves. It risks materially interfering with the youth's rights to information, expression, and association, parental discretion, and everyone's rights to privacy and expression. But let's not drift too far from the topic at hand. I do not believe that sensitive personal information-based age verification is the right way to protect the youth online. In fact, I actually think it makes everyone, including the youth, less safe online, not more. This makes more data, and bigger targets, for malicious actors to compromise. I believe there are better ways to approach youth safety, such as platform overhauls for more appropriate experiences without excessive restrictions, and promoting digital literacy. But I have a feeling that this whole thing might not even be about youth safety at all, but rather, about control. And with that, I think I'm ending this rant right here. This has been another episode of KrisAnimate Rants Plus. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. This has been KrisAnimate, signing off for now.